Hi friends, this is Anna with Scrapping, Stamping, and Stuff. I am here to make a birthday card with you today. It's been a little while since I've made a birthday card. A lot of times I just make general cards that you could use for birthday or lots of other things. But I just recently got this set in my collection, the So Much Happy stamp set and coordinating dies. And I just think they're so much fun for birthdays. If you want pretty birthday cards with balloons and stars and all kinds of fun things, these are perfect. So I decided I'm going to pair it with some of our rainbow glimmer paper, which I absolutely love this stuff. I'll move it a little bit so you can see the shimmer. And we're going to make a really pretty, bright, fun card with balloons and rainbow glimmer paper. So here's what we need. We just need a white card base that measures 5.5 by 8.5, and then fold that in half. And I have already prepared a few die cuts. I die cut this big happy out of the glimmer paper. I die cut this cute little banner out of the glimmer paper. And then I cut a 1/4 inch by 5.5 strip from that same paper. Here is a piece of our Artistry Blooms designer paper. It measures 1.5 by 5.5, and that is basically what we need. Let's look at this set real quick. I'll show you the die set. It has this big happy that I love, the banner, and then it has balloons and the strings for the balloons, stars, the small balloon, and then some fun little texture pieces that you could use to add stitching or hash marks to your projects. Oh, plus this big scalloped piece. And then the stamp set is neat because it has you can either use the happy die cut or the happy stamp and pair it with all these other ones. So it's happy birthday, happy to know you, happy graduation, so very happy to celebrate you, happy to have you in my life. So you can use this a lot of different ways. But for today's project, we are going to make a fun happy birthday card with some balloons on it. And we're going to use a neat technique for that. The technique that we are going to use is the baby wipe technique. And if you follow along, you may have seen this from me recently. I took a baby wipe, I folded it in half, and I laid it into one of our empty stamp cases. And now I'm going to use our re-inkers to add ink to this in the color pattern that I want. Then I'm going to use this to ink my stamps instead of a regular stamp pad. So as I am adding ink to this, I decided I want to make it look basically like the same color variation on the glimmer paper. So I am going to start on the left side with some rich raspberry. I need to make this tall enough to be able to ink those balloons. Next, I'm going to move into the blue, and these do need to overlap some. I think I'll go ahead and make a blue section, and then I'll go back and overlap them a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go back and put some blue in over this purple a little bit. Now, I'll add my Granny Apple Green. Not sure if I told you which color. So I have Rich Raspberry, Balmy Blue, and Granny Apple Green. So there's my green section. Now let's add a little bit of green into the blue. And I don't want to cover up any more of that blue there, so I'm going to add a little bit of blue over here into that green section. Now that will be my ink pad. So we have that ready. We'll let it sit for a second and those colors will blend together a little bit. We don't want it to blend too much. But I do want to attach this little banner piece up here at the top. And I want to do that before I stamp my balloons, just so that I can put my balloons below the banner. And I should have used our adhesive sheets to put on the back of this glimmer paper before I made my die cuts. That is by far the easiest way to attach these. Turns them into a big sticker, and you can stick it right onto your project. But I forgot, so I'm just going to use a little bit of glue across there, a little dot on each banner and put this on. Hopefully keep it from moving around too much. So we'll hold that down for a second and then it will probably stay. Okay. Okay, now that that is there, I am ready to stamp my balloons. And I'm going to put this happy piece down here at the bottom. So I want most of my balloons to be up above that. And my idea with this is that I'm going to try and stamp the balloons basically in the same colors as they are in this glimmer paper. So I'm going to have my greens over here, moving into the blues, and the purples over here. So I'm going to ink my balloon approximately in the area of that color pattern where it's going to look the way I want it. So this one, I think I'll do this one right over here, right on the purple, stamp it right there. And there we have a nice purple balloon. So I want to clean my stamp off on my Stampin' Chamois before I ink it up and move to the next color. So the next one, I'll do one that's a little purple and more blue. And put this one, let's go with right here. All right, I like that. Now I have a smaller balloon. Let's do, actually, we'll do one or two more big ones over here. So I'll do a solid balloon on the green. And now let's do a smaller one, the smaller balloon with a stripe. I was running low on blocks today. I have a class coming up, so you can see I have some stamps mounted on both sides of my blocks. So this one I'm going to do kind of the green with a little bit of blue. And we'll put it down here. Very nice. Now, where do we want some more balloons? Maybe we'll do a blue one up high. And let's do a large one with the stars right in there. We'll go with that. So it needs to be in the blue-green section. Oh, I like that. Now I'm debating if I want any more. I think we'll go with that. That looks good. So I just love how this allows me to mimic that color pattern on this glimmer paper as it changes as you move your way across the card. So we need to stamp strings on the balloons next, and then we will add this happy piece down at the bottom. So I have some gray granite ink, and I am not going to stamp these down all the way, so I'm just going to ink part of my stamp. Stamp these all the way across here. And one more. Okay. Very cute. I love this. You could add a little greeting over top of that, and that would be a cute card all by itself. But I love this big die cut that says happy. So we'll go ahead and attach it. I'm going to bend this a little bit. This paper tends to curve after you've die cut it. So I've got it laying a little bit more flat now. So I'll run some little strips of glue across here. Again, if I would have used my adhesive sheets to turn this into a sticker, that would be the easiest way to do this. But with our multi-purpose glue, you definitely don't have to cover the whole thing with glue. You can just add a few strips and it will hold really well. So now let's see if I can lay this down directly on top of there. Looks pretty good. My right end is hanging off just a touch. So I may end up trimming this a little bit to even everything up at the end on the edges. But that looks like it is stuck, and we will attach this right here across the bottom. And I'm going to pop this up with some dimensionals to give it a little bit of a 3D effect. I thought about turning this into a fun fold, but a fun fold idea was not coming to me. So you could think about that if you can come up with some fun fold ways to use this set with fun folds, because I think that would be really neat. So lay this across the bottom. And right here is where I said it doesn't all line up. So after I get done, I will just trim off a little bit of that edge and get that evened up. So get those little pieces cut off. I just love that. I think that is really neat. So we're going to open this up, and I trimmed this little strip to put on the inside so that the inside of the card coordinates. So we'll add this. Purple on the left, green on the right, just like on the front. And now I'm just going to put this little tiny birthday in here. And just like with the balloons, I wanted to make the colors match. So I need to go over the blue section with maybe a little bit of green mixed in. This one may end up with a little bit of purple on it too. So we'll stamp the birthday. Oh, I love that. And let's add one little balloon in here. Do we want purple or green? Purple or green? I think I'll do a purple one over here because purple is my favorite. One little purple balloon. It's got a hint of blue on the edge. This is just perfect. And we'll add its string. So I'll just ink a little bit of this and add the string. Love it. So there you go. A cute rainbow birthday card made with our, that is not the stamp set, made with our So Much Happy stamp set. And these coordinating dies along with the rainbow glimmer paper. So thanks for watching along today. I hope you like this project, and hopefully you can try this out at home sometime. Have a great day.